The Bengals wide receiver room, well, there's good news and there's bad news. Unfortunately, we have to start with the bad news involving Tee Higgins, the latest on the Bengals star wide receiver, plus an update on JaMarr Chase and much, much more right now on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. Hi again, everyone, and welcome in to CBT. I'm James Rapien of AllBengals.com here at Paycor Stadium with the latest on your 5-3 Cincinnati Bengals. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, so you get notified every time we post a video, including the best of what Joe Burrow had to say today. Certainly Charlie Jones, who is back. More on him in just a second. But let's start with the news of the day. Tee Higgins popped up on the Bengals injury report with a hamstring injury. He was limited in the practice, but sources tell me that he suffered it during Wednesday's practice. I briefly spoke to T at the start of open locker room. He wasn't talkative, and he was moving gingerly, and that's why I went up to him. I was curious, and I was like, oh, you're just in a bad mood today. I'll let you go, essentially. And little did I know that he was dealing with an injury that had just happened, and so I'm not sure if he's going to play on Sunday. I don't think anyone knows at this point. I will say this, though. It's certainly a surprise. And look, you can't help but just be like, damn, can he get a break? The 24-year-old suffered a fractured rib earlier this year. He's in the final year of his rookie contract. And no pun intended there, of course. And to me, he had just turned the corner from that rib injury and had found a way to be productive in this offense. 8 catches, 110 yards, his most productive day this season. Obviously, he had the 2 touchdowns against Baltimore, but first 100-yard game. Afterwards, he says it's about time. It feels like he's going to snap into normal form, get to his 1,000 yards for a third straight year, and things would be business as usual for Tee Higgins. And that still may be the case. I'm not saying he's going to miss a ton of time with the hamstring. I have no idea. But it doesn't – you don't get good vibes about it. It happened just a few hours ago at practice, maybe less than that as I record this. It could have been 90 minutes ago, maybe a little bit more than that. But the point is we don't know. And we'll see on T. We'll see where he's at. But it's really, really unfortunate. And so we'll start there. Happened in practice. That's why he was limited. It's not like he entered today with that injury. And so we'll see how it goes from right now and in this moment, but it's a soft tissue injury, and we know hamstrings can linger, especially for a wide receiver. So that's it for speculation. Let's get to JaMarr Chase, who missed Wednesday's practice with a back issue. I don't want to call it an injury because I think there are better vibes around JaMarr Chase. I think he's really, really sore. Zach Taylor is giving it a very much we'll see approach. We'll see how he feels tomorrow and the next day. I will say this. He walked out to the Bengals practice field at around 2:20-ish Eastern time. Practice started at 1. So it was over an hour after practice started, and that includes stretching and everything like that. So the official practice probably install didn't start until roughly, I would say, 2 o'clock or so, and maybe a little sooner. Point is he ended up going out to practice, was walking fine. I'm sure he's undergoing treatment, and it does feel like the vibes around JaMarr are better. It just happened. It happened at practice, so who knows? But it does feel like, in JaMarr's case, he has a good shot to play. If I had to guess it, as of right now, that's how I would lean. We'll see on JaMarr. We'll see on T. Maybe I'm completely wrong and I get it opposite. I'm just kind of reading body language, reading the tea leaves, and also gathering as much as I can without, anyways, it's part of the job. Point is, the Bengals are pretty dinged up at wide receiver. They are getting a little help back, though, so we'll see on JaMarr, we'll see on T. We'll keep you up to date every single day right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. But Charlie Jones is back today, and Charlie Jones is someone who was coming into his own, I think. I think he was getting really comfortable in this offense, had a catch against the Rams, had the punt return for a touchdown in week 2 against the Baltimore Ravens, and that kind of kept them alive in that game and gave them a chance to win it. And then against the Rams, he gets a catch early on, and then he suffers a broken thumb, and a thumb that needs surgery, and he misses 5 games. Well, he's back out at practice today, fielding punts, making catches. He expects to be a little sore tomorrow. Make sure you check out that entire locker room interview right here on CBT. That is posted. But it's a good sign, and I asked him about playing inside the slot spot, but also outside. And I think that this Bengals team, they're going to, let's say Tee Higgins is out this week, they're going to have to rely on a kind of a trio of guys. Charlie Jones might get some snaps. Certainly Trenton Irwin and Andre Yosevach as well. So would not be shocked if you see multiple guys get reps on offense if Tee or JaMarr are out this week. Like I said, the vibes are JaMarr is going to be all right and be able to go. I don't feel the same. It's more instant, though. They need to gather a bunch more information. They need to evaluate it, all of those things. But obviously, if you get nicked up on a Sunday, you have an entire week to get healthy for Sunday. Tee Higgins suffered that injury on a Wednesday. So we will see with him. Hopefully, this is one of those bumps in the road where he's able to go either Sunday or next week against Baltimore. But they're evaluating the hamstring. I know that much. They don't know a ton yet. But what I do know is that we're going to be here for you with the latest Bengals news. That is certainly the case. That's been the case. We want to thank each and every one of you for watching, subscribing. Make sure you ring that bell so you get notifications when our videos come out so you can get the latest on Tee Higgins, JaMarr Chase, and your Cincinnati Bengals. For our channel coordinator, Andrew Fox Miller, I'm James Rapien. Thank you so much for watching Cincinnati Bengals Talk.